Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Superhero Squad. Superhero Squad is developed by Siberian Koala and published by Sometimes You, and releases on May 24th, 2022 for a price of $6.99. Now, if you do get confused, there are two versions of this game in the Xbox Store. There's an Xbox One version and an Xbox Series XS version, so there are two stacks for this game, so you can get to 1,000 Gamerscore achievement runs if you'd like. I know this is completely unrelated to the game, but it is something that's very subtle that I notice sometimes you do, and I haven't seen anybody else do it. I think it's kind of cool. But when you sign into their games now, you don't have just a generic black or white controller. They actually cycle every time to a different controller skin from an actual controller that's came out. So if you look here, it's the Gears of War Elite controller, but it's kind of just like a cool little subtle thing that I don't know. As a controller collector, I find quite cool. But yeah, let's get beyond that, and we'll actually talk about Amazing Superhero Squad. So yeah, what is this game? It's classified as a visual novel, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's as much of a visual novel as it's kind of like a simulation management style game too. So maybe it's a hybrid of those. But let's dive into the game. I want to show you really what it's about. Basically, you're a scheduler for a group of unknown superheroes, and you're trying to make a name in your city. It's going to kind of play a little bit of a cutscene here, and we'll kind of just talk about the game. But you basically pull heroes into your like crew, cast, whatever you want to call it, and then based on the heroes that you bring into your group, you might hire, fire, or contract work out different jobs and things that pop up for you in the game, and you'll do different tasks from saving a kitten out of a tree, keeping a crowd unruly, all the way up to some really fun superhero-y tasks that are happening along the way. And this is kind of culminated through you doing like week-long cycles of the game, and then you'll kind of have to manage your own economy system, make sure you have money and can afford things, and kind of just like a rinse and repeat cycle. So it's definitely an interesting game in the sense of I don't think I've seen too many things on Xbox that kind of happen like this. I'm going to skip the cutscene so you can kind of see in here. So most of your game is going to happen here at this little computer screen. So we'll log into our computer, and you'll have on your left side here, you'll see your ragtag heroes. They all have different little attributes that you start with. And then you're going to also have kind of on the top right over there your economy, your money, people, if they like you, if they don't like you. So yeah, and then you can just get various little tasks and things that pop up. And then down in the bottom of your screen, you'll have different little jobs that you can cycle through. So for example, here, Fogg went to the public. He grieves for his father, but bring him back so that he does not cause any trouble. So basically, you'll want to come over here and look at your little roster here and see who do you think is going to be best suited to go handle this scenario. And then you'll come down here to the jobs. Now, I do want to let you know, this is super clunky in controls, and I think it's very not good at explaining itself with how things work. Um, I think I spent most of my time trying to just figure out how to even do things in the game more than anything. And then you can also hire out, like I said, additional heroes and baddies. They'll have different budgets and stuff for you, and then you'll just kind of rinse and repeat this same kind of cycle of having everybody get assigned to jobs. They'll do what they need to do. You can fast forward through your times, and then just go through it. The game has a very basic control system explanation, but like I said, I think it's extremely clunky because it just doesn't do a good job of explaining how things work. And you really have to kind of navigate through. But this is kind of the main premise of the game. You're going to assign heroes to go on jobs. Based on how well you assign them, you'll make money, lose money, and then you kind of just rinse and repeat this whole process. As far as achievements for the game, there's just various achievements for doing like X amount of jobs, hiring, firing, certain little type of contract work that happens throughout the game. Overall, I don't think it's a super hard achievement list, but it will take a little bit of time. I'm sure people will put guides up that'll kind of flush out this process while you're playing. And that's kind of the rinse and repeat just style of the game. You can always go back to the main menu, adjust your saves, delete stuff out, change your profile. As far as like settings, there's not a lot to really adjust. You can change language. I think it has English and Russian, and that's it. So if you don't speak English or Russian, this game unfortunately is not going to work out for you. But yeah, you're just going to kind of simulate as if you were the scheduler, owner, management, boss guy for jobs, and put people in different roles for those said jobs that pop up for you, and hope that you do good. Outside of that, though, that's kind of the premise of the game. If I have to give an opinion on whether this game's worth buying, sailing, or passing, I'd probably say you could probably pass on this game unless you just want something that's very one-off and kind of weird. I think the controls and explanation of this game are going to be the hardest part for anybody to really get behind because I don't think the game does a really good job at explaining how to play it. I had to spend about an hour just initially trying to understand what to do and how to properly assign and do things. And you're going to spend a lot of time just kind of button mashing your controller, hoping that you make the correct choices. And you're probably going to fail out your very first job because you won't have properly assigned people to tasks. But at the end of each day, you kind of get these little rundowns of how you did, and you'll find out if you made money, lose money. And those decisions will severely impact how your gameplay works and your progression. The only things I really do like is there are kind of these animated cutscenes, but there's no like really cool comic book narration or anything really on it. So yeah, that's kind of a miss for me. But outside of that, as you could see, just in a matter of minutes, without even focusing too much, we cycle through an entire week, and that's kind of the rinse and repeat style of this game. Like I said, I don't think I'd personally recommend it if you've got, $6-7 lying around in your account and you just want to try something that's a little different. Give the game a shot. But yeah, outside of that, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you did like the video, please hit that thumbs up. Or if you have questions below, comment down below. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time.